Once again, I'm uploading or interrupting my upload queue, sorry, for something very, very rare. Now this is quite a bit more rare than the A32 I showed you last time. This is in fact the MTLS 1G14, which I believe was only given out through promotional codes at things like Gamescom and so on. They're extremely rare. Basically the only time you'll ever see them is on press accounts or special sheriff accounts like the one Primelaw is playing at the moment. Of course this is Primelaw's replay he sent me from the sheriff account he got when Otter won the big, I don't know which tournament it was. I don't keep up with the esports side of World of Tanks, so he'd be able to tell you that. I wouldn't have a clue. Anyway, this tank has a very interesting armament. If we just take a quick look, it's got two guns, a pair of auto-loading 37mm cannons. Now the way it actually works, it's not two individual weapons per se, it's one weapon that fires two-shot bursts. So if you actually look at the muzzle flash, when he fires it, it comes from between the two guns, which shows you that it's actually just the one gun. Nevertheless, it's still quite a rare tank to see. It's still a bit gimmicky, so people are really curious when they do come across one. Sorry for the graphical glitch there. I'm not sure what's wrong with this replay, but it does it sometimes. And the other thing to note is because this is a special sheriff account, it does actually have all crew skills. That's why even on this low tier tank, Primelaw has 6th Sense and the Eagle Eye perk and so on. He's shooting APCR out of this tank because its pen isn't the best. It has 45mm of pen on AP and 61 on APCR. Gun handling seems passable for such a low tier tank. Damage is okay, 40 per hit. I was actually going to commentate some of the gameplay, but I'm probably going to spend so long talking about the tank that I won't be able to. That was quite a nice kill on that 1C though. He waited until he had a good clear shot to take it, and he was able to eventually take it down with a little bit of patience. Now this thing might not have a whole lot of pen, but at low tiers, even a little bit can go a long way, and so he's able to pen the Valentine and light it on fire. Probably from a fuel tank hit. The MTLS actually isn't that bad as far as handling goes. It moves pretty quickly. Its acceleration seems okay. Its cornering ability is pretty good actually. It turns quite nicely. The only problem is, for such a low tier tank, it is very tall. It's not exactly a small tank, and it's also very boxy with very, very thin armor, so it's easily penned. But it does seem like an actual fun tank to play, which is interesting to see. Now, I don't know what Wargaming's plans for this tank are. I don't know if it'll stay a very, very rare exclusive tank. I don't know if they plan to give it out at some point in the future, or if they plan to make it a premium for sale in the store. I doubt that they will, but there's always a possibility. Until then, this is probably the only time many of you will ever see one actually being played, especially on an actual live server, not on Super Test or the regular test server. So it gives you a little bit of a look at how this tank works and how it plays. Also shows you just how ridiculous the crew skills on these things can be at low tiers, where most people don't even have 100% crews. Now, as I said, I don't follow the World of Tanks esports scene at all. I don't know which tournament this was from. It was some big... I don't think it was the WGLNA tournament, because I think the Russians won that by camping. No, that's all I know, because people are really angry about it. I don't know. You would have to ask Primelaw or somebody who does actually follow the scene, but either way, quite often when people or when clans, I should say, win tournament events, Wargaming will give them access to sheriff accounts, which they can then go on and play in pub matches, so they can try out tanks they don't actually have and platoon up with some friends and hand out a little bit of free gold if the pubbies are able to kill them. So it's a bit of a fun situation for everyone. They get to play weird tanks, everybody else gets to try for some free gold. It generally makes for a pretty neat little change up, especially when they head to lower tiers with these weirdo tanks that most people don't even know exist. There may be more videos coming over the next, couple of weeks, who knows. Primelaw has also been playing the Gross tractor, which he says is actually pretty shitty, unfortunately. I think that's this and the Gross tractor are the only two really super rare tanks he has access to on this account. I'm pretty sure Primelaw has a BT-SV and a PzIIJ on his regular account. Obviously I do as well, Desua does, a couple other people have either one or both. So it's not too rare to see videos of them being uploaded these days, but the MTLS and the Gross tractor are not something you're ever likely to see in a live match. The other tank I did ask him about, which he unfortunately does not have, is the T95E6 medium. I have seen one or two on the NA server, but they're apparently exclusive to the super tester accounts, so those would have been roaming Russian server super testers that were playing them. I've also seen roaming super testers playing BT-SVs on the NA server, but that was probably a couple months ago now. Either way, a little bit of a look at a very rare tank. I would have liked to do a bit more gameplay commentary, but I mean it's low tiers, it kind of explains itself. I really just wanted to show off the tank, I'll be dead honest. And since Primelaw was happy to send me the replay, I decided I would happily upload it. If anyone watching actually has any replays of decent matches in rare tanks, say you've got a chance to play the MTLS or the Gross tractor or perhaps the 95E6, I don't know if you'd even be able to upload that without risking getting your account banned, but if you do have something that's really worth looking at, perhaps even the Clown Shoe or the 5.4 maybe, I guess not so much, there's still a couple of them around. Clown Shoes are quite rare, not many good games of that on YouTube. A32 obviously, I mean there's Ansys game I uploaded before, but really anything that's really not seen anymore, I think, that people would be interested in seeing is certainly worth giving me a bit of a heads up about. And who knows, I might feature them in the future, I might not. It depends what gets sent in and basically how my own uploading schedule's going. Anyway, thanks for watching. There might be, as I said, some more, either of this or of the Gross tractor or just other rare stuff in general. Otherwise, I will be continuing my regular schedule of uploads, which I've actually got the videos uploaded pretty much to date. So I've got videos I recorded just the other day uploaded. The problem is I've got to go through and edit the info for all of them, put them on the playlist, get everything sorted, and so I don't actually make them public until that's all done. And as far as that goes, I'm backlogged all the way to February. So between this and any other videos from the Sheriff account that Primelaw's been playing on, you'll probably just be seeing February games from around when they introduced 8.11. So I do apologize for being so far behind. It kind of makes it redundant when I make a video about some new gameplay mechanic or new tank or new map, and by the time the video is actually public, it's been out for a year and everyone knows how it works, or it's even been out and then removed from the game again. There's really not a whole lot I can do about that. I can't really afford to sit around all day doing nothing but uploading World of Tanks videos, and at the same time I can't actually upload World of Tanks videos all that easily with my internet connection, so I just do what I can when I can. And I mean, if I'm behind by several months to a year, you'll just kind of have to grin and bear it. I'd like to hope though that the majority of my videos, the overarching concepts, like map awareness or how a particular tank is meant to be played or so on and so forth, I'd like to think they carry over. I might be wrong, but I'd like to think. So as I said, thanks for watching. There will definitely be more coming in the near future, so stay tuned.